Oh man, I got kicked off FSD because I was looking at the camera too long. Well, now you guys know what that looks like. I'm going to stop. Morning, Internet. If you guys watched my last video, I'm shocked. I was expecting 3 to 5 people to watch. Last week, when I was driving out to Spokane to visit one of my customers, I decided to make a video about my my Model X purchase. Some of you guys probably watched that video already, where I talk about why I kicked getting my Cybertruck down the road a little bit and wound up buying a Model X. And so this is kind of like a follow-up video of part 2. It's been a week since I made that last video, and I just want to give a heartfelt thank to all of you guys that actually took the time to watch it. I'm kind of in awe and shocked. So I figure what I do is I would sit here and babble for a few minutes, and then overlay that of the car driving itself. Today's little trip, it's Sunday morning. I'm going to go to the French bakery, pick up a nice lunch from my parents in downtown Portland. I'm about 30 miles south of Portland. And then we're going to go another 60 miles south of that to Mount Angel, which is a town south of Portland. And we're going to go full self-driving the whole way, and then I'll just overlay myself babbling about nonsense down below to try to make the drive a little less boring for all of us. Actually, you know what? Let's get the car going, and we'll talk about the ramifications of robotaxi and how everything like that's going to work. So let's start our drive. We're going to go to the St. Henri bakery in downtown Portland. But let's get back to what I was talking about before. What are the ramifications of this? Well, the early low-hanging fruit, and I can imagine how this is working. Right now, EVs, for political reasons, I think, are in a little bit of a stormy adoption curve kind of a thing right now, right? I think that between the Republican Party taking $300 bajillion from big oil and trying to convince us that somehow burning coal and gas is good for us and EVs are bad and blah, blah, blah. I think that, coupled with the Biden administration and the anti-union or the union nonsense, that combination has got both political parties upset with Elon Musk. And I actually think Elon's on our side. I kind of believe that. I don't think the guy gives a damn about money. This isn't about money. The guy's a super freak. I think he's one of the great intellects of our time. If you somehow think Elon Musk is not smart, you're a vegetable. You don't even have the basic tools to understand what this guy is doing or even begin to appreciate how smart the guy is. I think he's playing like 5-dimensional chess. I think he's looking at the world right now. He's seeing China pouring out $25,000 cars like hotcakes. They can't sell them. They're piling up in the ports for political reasons. And then we got to ask ourselves questions. We're totally good with Chinese TVs. We're totally good with Chinese computers. We're totally good with Chinese about everything. The question is, are we going to be good about Chinese cars? I don't know. Hopefully not. I would like to see American workers doing American jobs and American manufacturing and all the things that go with it come back to the United States. And I think one of the ways that we'll be able to compete in a world economy is with automation. Like, you know, people talk about, well, you know, these robots come out and these self-driving cars, taxi drivers are going to lose their jobs, you know, factory workers are going to lose their jobs. Well, that's all true as long as politically we're not a bunch of clowns about it, right? But I think some of the pushback and the fear and the loathing that we have for EVs, I think a percentage of that is a fear of technology, change, disruption. Where do I fit in this world? I don't know anything about AIs. The world's going to pass me by. I can't afford a robot. How's a robot going to help my business, right? And you've got all these things working, and then you start asking yourself questions. How does all this make sense? Where does all this go, right? And when I look at it and I think about it, and I'm sitting here in my car watching it drive and I think about my children. I got 3 kids. And we're getting ready to build a house for my son. And I'm thinking, man, wouldn't it be cool if we did a solar roof and he had one of these cars and his family could drive for the rest of their lives for free and run their house for free? Not for free, you got to make the initial investment. But once you get your ROI at the 6 to 8, 10-year mark, wherever that is, depending on how much solar you have, you can imagine a scenario where in 5 to 6 years after the gear's paid for itself in energy savings, that you're literally cooking, bathing, warming your home, and driving your car for free. You're not writing a check to the utility. You're not writing a check to the government. Who doesn't want this? It makes no sense to me. Now we're almost at the bakery. We just drove, I don't know, 25, 30 miles down the freeway through country roads and got us here safely without any drama, without any interventions. Absolutely cool. I'm going to go ahead and take over now. This would be an intervention, but I just want to park here. I know where I'm going and I know where I want to park. I don't want to doink around and watch the old AI. Now watch as I pull in here. You can see in the visualization, it sees the world around you. And as I get closer and closer to this wall, it'll start to turn orange. It'll start to turn red. And it's going to tell me to stop. And there we are. So I'm going to go into the French bakery, get some yummies, and then we'll continue the journey to Mount Angel, man. Thanks for coming along for the ride. I'll be right back. I'll show you some of the yummy bakery stuff. Boom. So anyway, just left the bakery, got some delicious yum-yums, as you can see in the video you just saw now. I'm going to back the car out, get it back into position, and we're going to plan the rest of the road trip to Mount Angel. Go visit my parents real quick, and then I'll just babble some more, and hopefully this all is entertaining somehow. All right, so car's looking around. It knows where we're at. It says tap to activate reverse. And looking around, I've got all my cameras. Looks clear. I'm going to start backing up. You got to remember, sometimes you're not driving. The car's driving. Now, just for fun, I don't know what's going on up here to the right, but we're going to go ahead and plug in Mount Angel. Mount Angel, Oregon's 33 miles away. Let's see if the car can finesse its way to Mount Angel out of this little cramped, weird parking lot. And here we go. Mount Angel, Oregon's 33 miles away. Let's see if the car can finesse its way to Mount Angel out of this little cramped, weird parking lot. And here we go. I can imagine a scenario, right, where you've got Elon Musk with his big brain figuring all these big brain things. He's got this AI that he's working on. They call it Grok. It's on the X platform. And you can totally imagine the Grok AI being in your car and using the language model to communicate with you, saying something like, okay, Mark, where are we going today? And you just tell, I want to go to Mount Angel, visit my parents. Where should we go for lunch? Oh, you like that French place? Do you want me to plan a trip there? They're still open. I can call ahead and order the food for you. I mean, it's crazy. You think about this, right? I'm in a Model X, which is the highest end car. I would assume that, I mean, maybe the Model S, X, whatever. It's where they're premium cars, right? And I think about this car. I would not want a Ferrari. I would not want a Maserati if it didn't drive itself. Like, if I was a car manufacturer right now, I would be going to Tesla and saying, what do I got to do to get your technology into our little gas-burning cars so that people want to buy them? Because I think once you experience this, we're literally going through the Terwilliger curves. I mean, this shouldn't be possible. It's crazy. It's handling it like it's a joke. I don't know. It's weird. You can imagine. I can visualize it, right? I feel like we're at that time. You're in the town, and there's every 10th person has a Ford Model T, and everyone else is riding horses. And all the people on the horses are laughing at all the people in the Model Ts because, they got to go find a gas station or figure out where to get gas. When with a horse, all you got to do is feed it grass, and there's lots of free grass. Who the hell wants to buy a truck, right? Some of, I think, what we see now in 2024 with EV adoption is similar. What about range anxiety? What about this? What about that? Yeah, right. I know. And this gets overused, but it really reminds me of the iPhone. I remember when I got my iPhone, I was a very early adopter. I got it like on the first day, and all these people made fun of me. I went to work for this company about a year after the iPhone came out, in 2000, whatever year it was, 8 or 9. And the owner, the CEO of the company, said I had to get a BlackBerry or an Android phone because I couldn't use his Microsoft Office or something. I can't remember what the app was. I think it was Microsoft Office. And that the iPhone was just simply not a professional business phone, and that a real phone should have a keyboard on it and blah, 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 blah. Well, here we are, 14 years later, and everybody's working on a phone without a keyboard that's a slab of glass. So this is interesting. The FSD saw the Jeep coming up behind us, and like a courteous driver, got over so it could pass us. And here it comes on our left. Drives like a human, man. It's the craziest damn thing I've ever seen. If this doesn't, all these people, well, I can't believe Elon Musk's focusing on robotaxi and not the cheap car. Everybody builds a cheap car. China builds thousands of cheap cars. Nobody's building a car that drives itself down the road. I can't get over that this isn't a big deal. It delights me. I can do this all day long. I think I've got over 4,000 miles on this car already. And I guarantee you, 2,500 to 3,000 of it is full self-driving, just like this. Why would I drive? Oh, I really like driving. Then drive. Take over. Push the gas pedal. Do your thing. Me, I'm going to sit here like a dumbass and let the car drive itself to the curves. Now, this is kind of weird. I know these guys. I hope they don't come talk to me. Anyway, I used to live in this town. They're probably saying, oh, that guy in that EV, there's none of those damn EVs. I can feel it. The hate's everywhere when it comes to EVs, though it makes no sense. But I think what Elon's doing this week, and I get it. He's the same reason the same reason I just bought Tesla stock. These guys are seeing something with FSD that I'm seeing, and that this is going to change our world. What do I mean by that? Well, I mean, think about it. Cab drivers, done. Uber, done. Lyft, done. Delivery trucks, done. Vehicles driven by people at some point, done. People like me are going to keep buying Teslas. I get it now. There's a reason 85% of the people that buy a Tesla wind up buying another Tesla. By the way, you can go look that fact up. More people buy Teslas again than any other car in the world, like by a lot. I don't know who's number two. I think it's Toyota or Audi, one of them, but they're like at 60-something%. So, I mean, Tesla, I think, will be a dynamic car company for a long time to come. I want to thank you guys for coming along with me on the ride. The first video I made got like 13,000 views. I can't even believe it. I mean, that just blew my mind. 200 comments. 90% of the comments were awesome. You guys are great. The 3 or 4 of you that are just total trolls out there, go get some counseling. Go into therapy. Go. What are you doing? Like, no one cares about your negative bullshit, man. It's just boring and it sucks. So leave the negative crap out. But you negative guys never get this far in the video anyway. You guys that enjoyed watching this video, thumbs up and a like, share, whatever. Oh, what do we got going on here? Something. Oh, we got a fire truck coming up behind me. I think I need to take over. Yeah, I'm going to take over. It kind of should have pulled over there. But I'm glad you got to see that. I think it would have done the right thing, but I don't like the way it passed the car that was behind us. That wasn't too cool. It should have just pulled over. It's kind of it's a weird judgment call. For the car to pull over is in a T-bone intersection. So I think it was trying to get around and go forward. I don't know. That just didn't. 2 interventions, but I'll give it a pass because it's a fire truck. It's supposed to be able to handle this kind of stuff. I think it kind of handled it, but it could have done a better job. I want to thank each and every one of you that made it this far in the video. I'm going to do my best in the edit to try to get this thing down to 10 minutes so it's not so long. I hope you find it interesting. If it gets 10,000 views, maybe I'll make another one, although I really can't even imagine how many more of these I could make and not have them be just insanely boring, something garbage that no one would ever want to watch. We'll see what happens. But thanks again for watching. Subscribe and like, and we'll see you in the next episode. Enjoy the rest of the drive.